So we're live now because we have to go live with a smile on our faces. It's you and I.
Yay!
Yeah. So yeah,
Awesome.
we were
That was
just
exciting.
saying that life according to Zoom. Is that what we would say nowadays?
Oh my gosh, that's a great one. Life according to Zoom.
Seriously, because I mean, and I can even make faux pas, big faux pas on Zoom, as I just told you about. So at any rate, but let's get down to it because we promised ourselves we were only going to talk for 10 minutes today. So quick, go, Tess.
Oh, okay. Well, so let's talk about we want to talk about what everyone's doing and how they're getting through all this. And of course, we're going to bring up one of our flower essences about that. So this morning's phone call, it's already started early in the morning. People are during this pandemic calling about new puppies or just maybe they're not a puppy, but newly adopted dogs, which I'm so happy to hear that people are going out and adopting. People are working from home. They say, Tess, hey, can you give me some pointers? I'm trying to bathe my dog at home and he didn't like it.
All right. So what are your pointers? What are your pointers for that?
Like, okay, well,
what can you quick tell people?
Okay, don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna go right back to my favorite, Sam, who always reminds us to think like the dog. Okay,
Sam White, the inner dog. Okay, go on.
Absolutely love him. And it is so true in anything we do with our dogs, grooming, training, everyday life. This is the dog's first time to ever probably feel water. What would you think? What is this dog thinking you're trying to do to him? I said, step back. Just first of all, let's even put the dog in the tub with no water. Let's introduce the tub. Let's introduce the tub with treats. Let's keep the dog outside the tub. Hear the water, treats. Everything should be just step by step to show them that this is a safe environment and ask them, what do you want me to do? He's like, what do you want me to do? What are you trying to do to me? So think like the dog always, and then be very graceful and just show them step by step. Don't think you're just going to put a dog in the water.
I like that word, introducing that word, graceful.
It's got to be graceful.
You know, I live up here on a horse ranch, and what we talk about all the time with riding is to be graceful. And here's what I say. Nobody rides a horse just to cross the arena. It's a dance. It's a dance. And
it's choreographed. I always say when I'm grooming or doing pedicures, the whole thing is choreographed. In my mind, I'm setting it up. And I'm going to choreograph a whole ballet for this
beautiful, and graceful. I love that word. I love that word. And it's just like, I think a lot of people, because I see where, Deb Rich is on with us, I see people when they are petting a cat, literally petting a cat. Let's talk about it. It's graceful. It's a very usually slow, very graceful, methodical. That's how we pet a cat. We don't rough them up and, all that, but it's very graceful. And I'm not saying don't play with your terriers. They need that every once in a while, whatever the wife or the trainer says. Every once in a while, we need to, really play. So anyway, so I love that. And is there any other tips you have for, getting through a in-home grooming process?
I just really think that if there's a dog, this happened to be a Malinois.
Okay.
And that's a very smart breed. It's a puppy still. You've got challenges just to be as smart as that dog to start off with. Really, I mean, there are dogs that you can just put them in the tub and they're like, I don't care what you're doing to me. But that breed especially, and many dogs are going to be like, whoa, I want out of here. I'm climbing the walls.
Exactly. But it also can be a Havanese. Yeah, but it can also be a Havanese.
Any breed.
Right.
That's what this one is. And I think that, always have your treats and rewards and your calm voice.
Yes.
Have your flower essences. Yes. I definitely brought up my flower essences. And that is courage and trust and confidence. I love those for a new puppy bath.
And you can actually put it in the bath water.
Absolutely. I put it on the wash rag if I'm not putting the dog in the water directly, just to get it started feeling what wetness is all about.
Okay, that's nice too. That's nice too. Okay, so but jumping around. Well, speaking of jumping around, may I hold up my poster of the?
Go right ahead.
So here it is. Can you see it?
Number one, put the puppy on the paper. Number two, repeat. Number three, repeat. Number four, repeat.
This is how my bookkeeper got my attention this week. I love and adore her, Deborah Rose. I love and adore her. And this is how she got my attention this week. And she's a cat person.
Put the puppy on the paper.
Put the puppy on the paper. And she kept repeating it to me. And it was kind of like I was getting a little frustrated. And I'm thinking, Deborah, why are you saying this to me? And she just kept repeating. And she said, Meg, put the puppy on the paper, which was training my mind. And then I remembered my mother when I was 7 with my first border collie, and the whole room was full of newspaper, the whole room. And then what she did was she gradually took away the papers where the puppy was no longer peeing. Wait a second. Now this is where my mind is. My mind is like all over the place. I'm like a male and neutered dog. I am.
Bring it in.
Hello, dog.
Oh, hello, Danielle Austin just joined us. Good morning.
That's wonderful. Hi, Danielle. Danielle is she joined us at Day of the Dog. So, and that we will jump around to because we have Teresa coming on with Amy next week from North Reading, Mass, and they were at Day of the Dog too. Two fabulous dog trainers, and they love Blackwing Farm. But let's get down to it and let's talk about. We were going to talk about one thing today. You and I.
We were going to talk about one thing.
We both have been using After the Storm this week. Tell me about you, and then I'll tell you about my guy.
Oh my gosh! Wow. After the Storm, this has been my go-to during the whole shutdown.
Yeah,
basically, this is like I was saying to Meg before we went on live. This is such a powerful bottle of flower essences. You have taken your base, your drama trauma, and then added homeopathics. You've added some essential oils. This is a weapon. This really works.
I used and I've got to say too, because I've told you this, sometimes I unrecommend it. People will call me and say, I really think I need this. And I went, why don't we do 2 weeks of journaling first? Why don't you just exhaust yourself through journaling first and maybe do your meditation or whatever else you need to calm down, some yoga, some walking, whatever. This is, you're right. This is so powerful and it's wonderful. I made it for the 07 fires. This is when I created the formula. When my son and I were both evacuated during the 07 fires here in Southern California, we were out of our cabin. We lived up in the mountains for 3 weeks. And seeing the smoke and not being able to go back was horrendous. Now, so I started, formulating this. And again, I actually took out some ingredients that were way too strong. One was Dusty Miller. It would still survive the fires and it would grow. But I'm telling you, Dusty Miller made me such, it was not okay. It gave me nightmares. And this is to take away your nightmares. The other thing you're right about, all the homeopathics and everything else. The other thing in here is colloidal silver.
Love colloidal silver.
Hello, and I only have a dropper full, but here's the deal. The body, I believe, and we are starting to study this. Now, let's go fast forward 13 years. Now I'm seeing research on what are they called? They're the memory cells that we have. I want to say leukocytes, but I'm not sure. But there's the mitochondria in every cell that communicates with the next cell and the next cell. Mm-hmm. And so it's almost like, how we get those colonies of trees that communicate through the roots or even through the soil, they have found out. They communicate with each other through the soil and they're going, whoa, we got a pest here and we all need to fortify. So here's the hundreds of trees communicating. And again, I think that our bodies have those memory cells. And if we say, hey, here's some colloidal silver, if you are getting bacteria.
Oh, Meg froze up. Oh. Excuse me. Meg, you just froze up again.
Oh, okay.
You might want to repeat that about
yeah, the memory
cells.
memory cells. Thank you. And that's what it is. And I think what happens is our bodies get that, and then it kicks in. Here's how I use it. I go like this. I spray my hand. I make sure that I get my wrist. I might smell it a little bit. I love to scrunch it in my hair. This week I used it on a horse, quietly, which doesn't mean secretly, but quietly. And because he was so spooky, and he was getting punished for being spooky and afraid. And he was getting punished for that. Either jerking on the lead rope, or, a little bit of a long whip. And I can't go out there and yell at the person, because if they're on a prong collar, they're going to pull harder. The owner.
Oh, you keep breaking up.
Okay. So, am I there? Okay.
Yeah, you're there. You froze for a minute. That's okay.
Yeah. I do freeze. So that's what, so that's what I did in the stall, was I just sprayed some of this, and then I put confidence in his water. And day 3, they dropped the whip. They didn't need it anymore. He quit shying. He quit refusing to go in the arena. Oh my God, it was awesome. So I have video of, talking to him, and maybe we'll share that later.
I did see that video myself, everyone. And it's absolute truth. I did see the change, and amazing.
Beautiful.
Colloidal silver is something that I like to keep it at home, even, if I see that there's something going on, or there's an irritant in the dogs. I kind of like dropping it in the water to have it anyway. But this is, like you said, just spray it on your hands. I will take this in the mornings. Let's talk about a friend of ours and myself. We were up all night. We both have sick dogs, and that's an all-nighter. And coming through that, it's emotional, and you need to get strong and stay strong for the animal you're working for. And this has been my in my purse the whole time. My fanny pack.
I hear you. It's right by my front door.
It really pulls me through.
Because we have to realize, you and I know, we all have to know that whatever the animal needs, I need. And just like I said, just spray around me, spray my hands, no matter what it is. So we have already gone. Oh my God, we've already gone for.
I just want to say, like we were talking about whatever the animal needs. I love that you said that. I had just posted yesterday. People said, what's your secret about, the talking to the animals or communicating with your animals? And I'm like, my secret is not that I talk to the animals, is that I listen.
Oh my gosh.
And they will show me what I need to do. They will show me what they want and what they need. So really, if you take the step back to listen to your animals, they have all the answers.
You said 2, 3 really important things right there. You said step back, and you said listen. And those are 2 things. So I would love to hear from anybody who wants it. We have so much in the works. I actually have, I've hired a young girl. She is starting us up with a huge bibliography, a resource library that she is putting together the list for me. We're starting with 50 books, 50. And so we'll probably get up to 100 books. And then what I want is to hear from other people. Next, I believe it's next Wednesday, we have 2 fabulous trainers coming on from North Reading, Massachusetts. And that's Amy and Teresa. And we both met Teresa at Day of the Dog. And after the storm, anything we can do to help you, please call us, text, whatever it takes, and get in touch.
Yes.
And remember, during all this crazy time, with all this crazy mental and emotional stuff, put the puppy on the paper.
Put the puppy on the paper and repeat.
Yeah.
I love you, Meg. Thank you.
Love you too, baby. Love you too.
Thank you, everyone,
Love
for
everybody
tuning in. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.